What's up, guys? It's Chris with Kirks Customs. Today we're doing ball joints on the Kirks Customs XJ. I've already done one side and we're trying some new ball joints out. Haven't heard any reviews on them, haven't seen anything on them, but we're gonna see what they do and how they work and if they work at all. My ball joints started going bad and I was out on the trail one day and they just started popping out, so what do you do? I went with the Mevotech Terrain Tough TTX ball joints. I already got one side done, like I said. Got the other side done. If they don't work out, hey, throw in a new set of ball joints and go with Synergy or one of those companies. So we'll have to see what happens. Show you where I'm at so far. All right, guys, so here we are. I've already taken out the old ones. Those of you that don't know how to take out these ball joints, there's plenty of YouTube videos on it on how to do that. It's really not too hard. Take off the brakes, unbolt the hub out in one assembly. I usually just slide it out on one piece. I don't like breaking the axle nuts and all that. Just slide out the whole axle bearing, unit bearing as one. And I just pressed out the old ones and getting ready to press in the new ones. So these are the TTX Terrain Tough TTX ball joints. Supposedly they're pretty strong, but every company says their ball joints are strong until you break them. So these are a lifetime warranty. I think I got all of them through Rock Auto for about $120 more or less. So yeah, this is where we're at. I did notice inside of my axle tube there is a bunch of metal shavings, so I'll probably end up dropping the diff cover on it and seeing where all those shavings are coming from. Hopefully it's not my ring gear. I'm praying to God. But if it is, well, we'll have to put new gears in it. But I mean, I'm not getting any vibration, shudders, shakes, crazy grinding noises out of the front end, so we'll see what happens. All right, got the lower one in. I want all you guys to see this because it's completely mashed up against the axle. Okay. But the stupid clip they send with you, no way anybody's fitting a clip on that. So that's just something you got to deal with and accept, that you can't get those clips in there. 9 times out of 10 though, when you're driving, this is actually getting forced up anyways, so no worries there. Worst comes to worst, this will end up pressing itself in or anything, but like I said, I've got it all the way pressed up against the axle. That's installed. Time to move on to the top. All right, there we go. 2 Mevotech Terrain Tough TTX ball joints. We'll see how they work on the trail. Like I said, never really read any reviews on them or anything, so I don't know anything about them. You know, some people say they're no name, some people say they're great, some people say, oh, they got to be just as strong as the rest. So we'll see what happens. They're all steel construction, lifetime warranty, blah, 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 blah. So, well, those are those. Let's bolt the knuckle back in and get the axle back in this thing and boogie on down the road. You guys saw me earlier. I was cleaning out the axle tube down inside of there. Got most of it out, so now it looks nice and clean. Not worried about getting the metal shavings in there when I get it all done and put back together. So there's that. Another thing I noticed while doing this is my 1-ton steering hits this bracket that we put in here. Only when the sway bar's in, it hits the sway bar. Not a big deal, but that's what's going on. So I'm gonna have to figure out something out with this. I may end up going with the WJ knuckle swap. Not sure how that's gonna pan out with this bracket. I have a feeling, judging on my buddy's WJ, that this is actually gonna be in the way if I wanna do that. So I'm not too sure what we're gonna do there, but we'll figure something out. All right, guys, another little note and tip that I noticed on these ball joints. The grease zerks that they send you with for the kit, no way they're gonna fit in there with the axle. You gotta figure the axle, you know, rides about right here, okay? And they send you this obnoxiously long, ridiculous grease zerk that I don't know why they send it to you. So they send you this for the top, okay? Or you could use it for the bottom, but like I said, it's still entirely too long, so no use in using that. Send you your castle nuts and all your good stuff, and then they send you this for the bottom one. What axle did that go in that ever fit? Like, if these are Jeep specific ball joints, which I mean they can possibly not be. I'm sure there's 1,000 other vehicles that use the same style ball joint or something. Maybe they have bigger knuckles on them, or I mean C-channels for the axles. Who knows? But I definitely know that this is not going to fit. So what I'm doing is I'm greasing them, pulling them off, and then reinstalling the little grease cap that it comes with. So it's still greased, I can still pull it out. All right, guys, now that we got the ball joints back in, torque specs. There are torque specs. These are loaded ball joints, which means they move up and down. And this one swivels at the bottom. So when the bottom one swivels, the top one moves up and down a little bit. It's normal, as long as you don't have any forward and back play. Like if you're standing outside of the axle and you're pulling on it and this upper ball joint is moving in and out, yeah, you got problems. 75 foot-pounds on the top, 80 foot-pounds on the bottom. And that's just to keep the preloads and everything right. That way you don't have overloaded ball joints or anything like that. So. Yes. Great anal loop.
Gummy bear. This one of my customers told me when you have no teeth. One of those preload ball joints might be a good idea. Huh? Those put that ball joints like that torque spec probably isn't a bad idea.
Something else I'm noticing. about the way that this guy set all this shit up. This crossover stuff is not right. They got the bolt up here right next to the Heim joint. Obviously that's hitting there. They've got 2 spacers in here, stacked all kinds of retarded, crazy, wacko bullshit. So I'm gonna have to go buy some new spacer washers, I guess you could call them, and redo this. I'm not very happy with it. It is the way it is. Also, track bars hitting the damn steering linkage, so that's kind of a problem. The more you know. Hey, little one. Here you go. Finally working on my own Jeep. What's up, guys? Sorry I didn't finish the video on the ball joints. People showed up, stuff came up, stuff happens. Yeah, Jeep feels good. Gained like 500 horsepower, gets like 40 miles per gallon now. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty much a street racer now, so no. I won't have a good product review for these Mevotechs until I take them out a few times, put them under some stress. I am lifted 8 inches with the long arm and lockers and all this stuff, so I'm not super crazy. I don't bomb it through the desert. It is a crawler. I point it at a rock to lock it in and crawl up the rock, and I'm not super hard on it. Every once in a while I'll go down a good dirt road, but yeah, I'll put out another video when that comes around, and thanks for watching.